today's women's home game. To start off, please welcome our visiting team, Ecclesia College. And now make some noise for your Lady Knights. I would like to invite you now to bow your heads for a quick word of prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing our visiting team to make it here safely. I ask that you please be with both teams, that they may show good sportsmanship and showcase their talents. In your holy name I pray, amen. Please stand for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang the land, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Now introducing the starting lineup from Ecclesia College. Number 5, Tenley Hambleton. Number 11, Alida Torres. Number 14, Faustina Duffy. Number 21, Jalen Burleson. And number 34, Madison Bailey. Now give it up for your Lady Knights starting 5. We have sophomore from Burleson, Texas, number 15, Peyton Sandafor. Junior from Dallas, Texas, number 3, Daria Lori. Junior from Keene, Texas, number 35, Sarah Valderrama. Junior from West
Okay, Ecclesia and Southwestern Adventist. Did you enjoy the wake-up call there? The Royals and Knights here on YouTube, as both teams are hungry for a victory. Combined 0-7, Ecclesia 0-4, Knights 0-3. Hi again, Chris Shima, glad to be with you. For our second of 3 in a 24-hour span, and a quick turnaround for both of these teams. Ecclesia was at Randall yesterday and lost that 73-41. Meanwhile, your Knights falling to Pensacola Christian last night, 82-53. Some positives for the Knights in that loss. They shot a season-best 37% in the game. However, they had 33 turnovers. Daria Lowry had 14 last night. Eunice Balboa, 11 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists. So both teams looking to get a victory here. And for the Knights, this is game number 4 of 6 straight at home to start the season. Bailey looking down low, and that's Faustina Dufay with the early bucket. Ecclesia and the Knights played twice last year in Keene, Texas, and Ecclesia won them both by almost identical scores. It was 77-46 October 29th last year, 76-46 on October 30th. Knights come up empty on their opening possession. This is the Venezuelan product and a member of their U18 national team. Lida Torres coming up empty on her first shot of the game. Lowry brings it into the forecourt. Balboa. Now Dixon. Eunice Balboa has to chase it out deep. 9 on the shot clock for the Knights. Lowry with 1. Got to get it off. And she draws contact. Faustina Dufay with the foul. And that's going to send Daria Lowry to the free throw line. So being aggressive yesterday, Daria Lowry with the season best 14 points. And for Lowry, second most in a game in her career. She had 15 against, guess who, Ecclesia last year. So she's at the free throw line now. 64% from the charity stripe so far this season for Daria. She's going to shoot 3 on the first team foul for Ecclesia. So second of 3 goes in as the Knights get on the board. And just 1 out of 3 offensive rebound by Valderrama. They put back no good. Here comes Ecclesia into the forecourt if the camera will switch. I guess we're not going to see there. Well, there we go. Somebody underneath just scored for Ecclesia, so there you go. I believe that was Burleson, and if it was, her first bucket of the game. Jalen Burleson making it 4-1. Dufay with the turnover. Attacking again, Ecclesia. That time coming up empty. And I believe, again, that was Burleson. So 1 out of 2 on back-to-back possessions for Jalen Burleson. Valderrama over a triple team, throws it out. Balboa chases it down, gets it out to Lowry. Valderrama on the right wing. Looking down low, Sandiford throws it up just a little bit short. Rebound by Bailey, and then a foul is called on the Knights. First of 2, a doubleheader for you. Our first doubleheader of the season. Guys taking on a high-octane offense. The Spurgeon Knights are in town. Really looking forward to seeing that team play. They put up 127 in their first game, and then they put up 111 in their second. Down low, Faustina Dufay breaking down the defense. And Ecclesia out to a 6-1 advantage here in the early going of this one. Lowry on the near side. Lowry backing down, staying aggressive like she was last night. Too strong, though. Burleson the rebound. Right side, Torres looking down low for Faustina. Her second effort is good as well. Good start for Ecclesia. They lead at 8-1. Ecclesia allowing 22 offensive rebounds a game. They are minus 15 on the glass. Opponents also averaging 21 steals against Ecclesia. So the Knights can settle in offensively. They can maybe force some turnovers of their own. Right now, Knights coughing it up like they've been doing all season long so far. Burleson looking for the and one, missed it long. She'll go to the free throw line. So Burleson, who came in averaging just 2.7 points per ball game, has struggled from the free throw line so far this season. These stats for Ecclesia I'm giving you, we do not have stats from last night's game at Randall, so somewhat outdated. Burleson gets 1 out of 2, Ecclesia by 8. 7-0 run for the Royals. Game 5 of a 7-game road trip for Greg Gaffney's team. They'll be at Manhattan Christian on Monday. Here's Sarah Valderrama. Out deep. Bounce pass to Daria Lowry. 9 to shoot. Looking back for Valderrama. Ball deflected. Lowry to the floor and a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with the Knights, and it should... Yeah, they'll inbound right of the hoop. 7 on the... No, they reset the shot clock to 20, but I don't think you do on a jump ball. Yeah, so it goes back to 7. So Knight's going to have to be aware of that. Balboa catches the high pass. Back to Lowry. Lowry with the fake. Drives in. And an offensive foul. Royals get the stop on a 7-0 run. Third team foul already on Southwestern Adventist. Bailey's high pass. Hambleton goes to the ground, and she's going to be, I guess, fouled. Nope. What's the call here? I was looking at the wrong official, but I think they called traveling. So either way, it's going to be Knights basketball. Balboa, 9.3 points per ball game, 5.7 rebounds as she dribbles it into the front court. Peyton Sandifer at the half circle. Lowry lost it out to Valderrama for 3, in and out. Sandifer is there, too strong off the glass. Knights fighting for it, and Valderrama cleans it up. So Sarah Valderrama ends the 7-0 run for Ecclesia, cuts the deficit to 6. Nice extra chance opportunities now in a steal. This is what I was talking about. Balboa right to the hoop. Can't get it to go, though. But this is what I was talking about. If you can get some made baskets here for the Knights, this is a sloppy Royals team as well. So get into the press, try to force some turnovers. Greg Gaffney going to talk about it. 5:13 to go. We're just underway in this one. Ecclesia by 6. So Ecclesia basketball, Chris Sheeman back here with you. Royals 9, Knights 3. Torres and Bailey breaking the trap. Hambleton gets it to Torres, couldn't get it to go. Rebound by Valderrama. Lowry flies into the forecourt. Valderrama on the right wing. Balboa top of the key. Lowry. Good ball movement here for the Knights. Daria Lowry attacks on the left side. Extra pass, unselfish play to Dixon. Couldn't get it back iron. Rebound to Burleson. Bailey Burleson now bringing it up. Bailey out deep with it. Burleson right side. Here's Torres again. Bailey, Faustina Dufay has had a good start. And a late, and I mean late whistle there is going to send her to the free throw line. Daria Lowry can't believe it. Travis Gagau is not pleased either, and I don't blame him. I don't mind that call necessarily, but when the offensive player doesn't have full control over what she's doing with her body, you can't call a blocking foul there. I guess I do mind about. I guess I'm wrong, but so Daria's gonna have to sit down. Maddie Clements comes in. Lowry picking up her second. 4 team fouls on the Knights already. And ball don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. Here's Clements into the forecourt. Balboa, top of the key. Valderrama on the right wing. Balboa trying to keep the dribble. Pressure by Burleson. Nice defense there from Jalen. Valderrama turnaround off the back rim. Offensive rebound by Dixon, I believe. Dixon gets it back to Balboa, off on the 3. Shot clock expires. Player is down for the Knights. Maddie Clements, who is just into the game, shaken up. Nia Tamefuna, I believe, has also come on for Southwestern Adventist. Raquela Russell is out there. And Defy was out of bounds over on that far sideline. Just a oopsie daisy there from her. Nadia Dickerson also out there for Ecclesia. Tamefuna, Valderrama, Clements, Dixon, Balboa, the 5 on the floor for your Knights. Valderrama for 3, too strong, and it goes out of bounds back to the Royals. Ecclesia from Arkansas, they're NCCAA, but they're D1, not D2. Rashia Miles has also come in for Ecclesia. Nice little step back by Burleson. Couldn't get it to go. Ball just out of the reach for Miles, but Hannah is there. So Taylor Hannah, Brashina Miles, Nadia Dickerson, and Burleson still out there. Hamilton also still out there for Ecclesia. So 2 starters, 3 bench players. Here's Colmenares. Pamela Colmenares. Runner is too long. Offensive rebound by Clements. Out to Balboa. Tamefuna top of the key. Now Colmenares on the right side. Eunice on the left. Colmenares for 3. In and out. How many times have we seen good-looking shots for the Knights go in and out this year? It has been frustrating. Knights just 14% from 3 so far in the first 3 games. 1 field goal here, and offensive struggles continue here in this first quarter. Miles being hounded. Here is Dickerson. Miles swings it out, and Hannah was not expecting that pass. So a turnover by the Royals. Both teams kind of feeling the second of a back-to-back. A quick turnaround, it's tough, especially when you're Ecclesia and you're on the road and play at night and then in the afternoon. Eunice Balboa into the forecourt. Tamefuna backs it out, lost the dribble out of bounds. Bad turnover there for the Knights. Ecclesia will get it back, leading by 6. Dickerson into the forecourt. I've been watching Burleson moving without the ball because she's got that huge brace on. It is not affecting her mobility. You can see she's kind of walking funny because of it, but really moving well without the basketball. That was Miles with the putback, by the way, off the bench, averaging 5.3 rebounds from Louisiana, getting her first bucket here today. Colmenares. Samaniego. Another turnover for the Knights. Rocket pass down low. That was deflected by Southwestern Adventist. So, or did Ecclesia touch it last? I don't know. Looks like Greg Gaffney doing a line change on us. So, Drew McKinney, number 10, is in. Hamilton returns. Bailey returns. Dufay returns. And Torres is also back in the game. Torres using some size. She's 5'11", so she's got, you know, Tammy Funa's 5'9", Sandifer's 6'1", Valderrama's 5'11", so against this lineup, Tammy Funa still giving up a couple inches, so nice job there by Torres going down low. 57% free throw shooter. Gets the first one to go. Ecclesia in the bonus, by the way. Last little ticks of the clock. Hannah almost had the rebound, and then it did come back to Torres, who again attacks and again is going back to the free throw line. Knights opponents are averaging 21 steals a game. Knights just 4.7 steals. Opportunity to improve those numbers here today against Ecclesia, but so far the Royals forcing more of those TOs. And another slow start. Knights had a good third quarter last night if you weren't with us against Pensacola Christian. Highest point total of the season. Maddie Clements blows by the defense. Good aggressive play. Boy, when the Knights are aggressive, not settling for those long shots, they've done pretty well. Ecclesia will back it out. Last shot time for the Royals now. Torres got fouled. No, she stepped out of bounds, they say. There was some contact there that I thought might have forced Torres out of bounds, but my paycheck says Southwestern Adventist on it. So good call, refs, and the Knights will have 6 seconds to work with. I don't know what the Knights are trying to do there, but nobody was home on the pass, so a turnover and 4/10. So we're going to go into the second quarter with Ecclesia leading it 13-5. Royals have been up by as many as 10. We'll be back with the second quarter here in just a minute. So there is the updated schedule. This is all of the games for the rest of the first half of the season. And a reminder, no women's game next Thursday because of the Lady Knights soccer team reaching the national tournament. So good luck to those ladies. Good luck to the guys as well. Both soccer teams in the national tournament for the very first time. Caitlin Quintero is in. She did not play yesterday. And Ecclesia going to turn it over here. So Quintero out there, and not sure why she didn't play yesterday. If she did, she didn't play much. But some fresh legs for the Knights here today. The freshman. Eunice Balboa, I think, played all 40 minutes at point guard yesterday, so Quintero in to spell her. Maddie Clements, Valderrama out there, Samaniego, and who am I missing? I believe Colmenares is also out there. Colmenares hoists, long rebound comes to Samaniego. Extra chance opportunity for the Knights. Down low, Sarah Valderrama comes up short, comes right back to her, misses it long, and it's finally banked in. Over on the right side by Colmenares, I believe. A little tricky to see the black jersey numbers. Here is Torres, right wing triple try, got it to go. Alaida Torres from Venezuela, averaging 8.7 points per ball game, 32% from 3 this season. As I mentioned, national team member in Venezuela. Nice offensive rebounding by the Knights here so far this afternoon. Maddie Clements is going to go to the free throw line on a second chance opportunity. Since we are on YouTube, it's worth mentioning maybe that the FIBA channel on YouTube, really good subscribe. You will see a lot of those national teams live streaming readily available for free on YouTube. It's great for if you're a basketball junkie. That's a really good channel to subscribe to. Lane violation going to be called there. So 16-8 right now, Ecclesia. We are 8:13 left to go until halftime. Game number 1 of a doubleheader here today. Anybody check out the Iowa and Virginia Tech game after our game last night? They had 16,000 people in Charlotte watching those ladies, and a lot of the conversation, rightfully so, on Caitlin Clark in Iowa, who won that game, and Caitlin Clark was just ridiculous. But, man, that was a good game. Virginia Tech is real good. And I can tell you, as somebody who lived in the Carolinas for 11 years, Charlotte is not the best sports city in the world, I know. But it's not, it's just not, you know, a lot of people sitting on their hands and they don't come out a lot. So for 16,000 people to show up like that in that city, it tells you where the women's game is. It's great to see, and it was a great atmosphere, and it was a great game to boot. Very cool. Quintero into the forecourt, Valderrama up top. Colmenares, bank shot. Ooh, might have landed awkwardly there on her ankle. She's running okay into the forecourt. So Knights hanging around here, 16-10. Faustina Dufay has been the main offensive threat. Her reverse no good. Miles put back no. Second chance for Miles, and she's fouled. So Renisha Miles will go to the free throw line. I like that LSU team, too. I know they're a bit polarizing, and I think there's certain reasons why they're polarizing. I'm not a fan of Kim Mulkey by any stretch, but I like their players. They lost to Colorado in their first game. Colorado's a good team, too. It's just crazy. I've been around women's basketball since 2001 at the college level, and Miles gets 1 out of 2. It almost brings a tear to your eye to see how the popularity has grown. And there was some sports commentator that was talking about, how he could rattle off players' names in the women's game, and he couldn't with the men. And I thought about it, and I said, you know what, he's right. Caitlin Clark, Haley Van Lith. I mean, you could go on, where you can't really do that with the guys because, a lot of them are one-and-dones. Throwing it up and in. Coleman Harris has hit a couple of nice buckets for the Knights, and here we go. We got a 5-point game. Cameron Brink. You can't do that with the guys' games. The guys' games, you can rattle off the coaches' names, but Burleson and Bailey now on the right wing. Back to Burleson. Zone now for the Knights. Dufay lost the handle, but Hamilton was there. Cutter Burleson throws it up, no. Miles tried to throw it up and draw contact, didn't get the call, and it comes right to Faustina, who puts in the mid-range. So inside 6 minutes to go until halftime. Quintero into the forecourt. Samoniego's pass was off the mark. Faustina Dufay with the steal. She goes coast to coast, stripped but fouled by Samaniego. Faustina averaging 7 points per ball game, 8.7 rebounds. She's a 50% free throw shooter. Daria Lowry, who got into foul trouble early, is going to come back in, as is Eunice Balboa. Coleman Harris and Samaniego will go out. Great production off the bench from Pamela Coleman Harris here in this second quarter. Dufay off on the first free throw. Just to finish up that thought, my first broadcasting job as a freshman in college was at Cleveland State, D1 women's basketball. And at halftime, I would be talking sometimes to the officiating crew, and we'd be, during the game, during slow moments, you can literally count the amount of people in the stands. And crazy seeing some of these attendance records, not only in basketball, but in all women's sports. Eunice Balboa can't get it to go. She knew she missed it and came right back to get it. Nice hustle there from Eunice. Quintero. Daria Lowry had it poked away. Shot clock winding down. Daria attacks. Just beat the buzzer. Couldn't get the right angle. And Bailey has the rebound for Ecclesia. Burleson into the forecourt. Bailey to Dufay. Cutter is Bailey, and she traveled, shuffled her feet there. Ecclesia is led by double digits. Right now it's an 8-point lead. Knights starting to pick it up a little bit after another slow start to this one. Lowry to the cutter down low. Bucket and the foul. That's going to be Layla Dixon going to the line. Try to complete an old school three-point play and make this a 5-point game. Here comes Torres again, back in. Taylor Hanna back out there. Dufay, Burleson, and Bailey. That's the 5 right now for the Royals. Dixon off the side of the rim. Bailey with the rebound. And she'll bring it across midcourt. Royals of Ecclesia at 0-4. Knights are 0-3. Both teams hungry for a victory. Knights are going to be off for a while because of that game postponement as Burleson turns it over. So Knight's next game will not be until after Thanksgiving against Manhattan Christian. That'll be the 28th. So this busy week and then 18 days off. But remember, you've got 4 players on the basketball team going to compete for a national championship. Quintero, depending on how this game goes, we might talk a little bit about that championship preview, give you a little preview. Quintero steps inside the arc, can't get the bounce, and then it's off of Clements, out of bounds. Correction, off of Dixon, out of bounds. Bailey Dufay. Here is Burleson on the far side of your screen. Now Torres. Torres hangs, can't score. Rebound again to Dixon. Quintero, Balboa, Dixon, Lowry, and Valderrama, the 5 on the floor. Valderrama, trouble with the pass, got it back. Trying to back down on Torres. 5'11 against 5'11. Here's Quintero, out to Lowry. Yes! Boy, Daria's in rhythm right now. And it's a 4-point game. Nice second quarter here for the Knights after another slow start. Ooh, that was just over Quintero. Beautiful pass. Dufay can't get it to go, though. Ecclesia's gone cold. Balboa looking to push. He's got numbers. Valderrama pops from the free throw line. No good. Rebound Burleson. And we're going to get a timeout by the Royals. 2:50 left to go. Lady Knights fighting hard in a 4-point game. Back to live action. Chris Sheeman here with you. Both teams on a second of a back-to-back. Some subs for Greg Gaffney. This is Dickerson. Looks like Russell is back in. Hamilton, McKinney, and Hannah. That's the 5 right now for Ecclesia. Knights, I don't see any changes out of that timeout. So 2:30 left to go until halftime. Chris Shima, glad to be with you from the home studio in Cleveland, Ohio. It is cold. I left the window open, just a little crack in the living room. Woke up today, it was 61 degrees in this place. I love it. After being in the South for 11 years, I love it. So Knights, again, trying to whittle into this deficit, which has been as much as 10 or 11. I can't remember exactly, but I do know it was briefly double figures for Ecclesia in that first quarter. Officials got together to talk about the shot clock. Lowry to Valderrama. Thought about the step-back 3. Now she shoots it. Defender leaves her, and we got a 1-point game. Sarah Valderrama bombs away. 20-19 and a travel on Dickerson. Uh-oh. If you're a Royals fan, you're saying, uh-oh. See if the Knights can capitalize here and take their... Would this be the first lead of the season? That's what I'm trying to think right now. They might have led briefly against Cedar Valley. Balboa putting the moves on. Runner bank shot, no. Valderrama climbs over to get the rebound, no. Ball tipped around. Valderrama saves it to Balboa. Out to Lowry, yes! And the Knights have their first lead, we believe, in the second quarter at any point this season. Nice job breaking the press there for Ecclesia. Here is McKinney from downtown, no. Balboa the board. Knights on a run here. Low scoring first half. Daria Lowry with the fake. She'll attack. Defense all over her. Finally takes the jumper, can't get it. And McKinney the rebound. So some momentum at the end of this first half for Southwestern Adventist. Russell directing traffic, being hounded by Quintero. McKinney. Dickerson with 10 to shoot. Russell on the right side. 5 to shoot. Attacking Dickerson. Puts it up and in. Nadia Dickerson's played well off the bench here this afternoon for Ecclesia. Valderrama from Quintero. Pass deflected out to Lowry. Balboa open just inside the arc. Banks it in, and the Knights are back on top. Shot clock is off now for Ecclesia. If they want to, they could take the last shot of the half. Oh, no. Bad pass. Lowry with some nice defense. Lowry putting the moves on. She attacks as it ripped away by Dickerson. Dickerson looking to push now. Loses the dribble. Players diving for it. Jump ball, and the possession arrow will give it to Southwestern Adventist with 6.4 seconds. That's a situation, if you're Dickerson, it's an unfortunate break because there was a wet spot, but at the same time, if you pull back and just wait for your teammates, take the last shot of the quarter, rather than maybe trying to force that. Again, not totally her fault because it looks like there was just a wet spot out on the court, but still. Lowry unable to get it away, but the Knights take the lead into the locker room for the first time this season. They come from 10 or 11 down. It's a low-scoring game, but the Knights will take it right now, 23-22 over Ecclesia. We'll take the halftime break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes with all the second half action. Don't go too far. Well, the Knights have their first lead of the season at halftime. Sarah Valderrama hitting a 3 to cut it to a 1-point deficit after Ecclesia. And then you see the save there. Daria Lowry playing great in that first half. And Southwestern Adventist will come into this second half with the lead against Ecclesia. Ecclesia Royals 0-4. Knights are 0-3. But Ecclesia handled the Knights a season ago, winning by 31 points and 30 points respectively in both meetings last season. So Knights with a good first half, not great offensively, another slow start, but good enough to get a 1-point lead. Those of you who have been with us all season long, you might have noticed against Pensacola Christian, and then late in that first half, we've been testing some different camera angles, and I told the guys that we'd get your feedback. I told them I like the closer angles that we've been getting, but on the YouTube chat, I posed that question to you. So if you subscribe to our channel, you can chat with us on the YouTube chat, and feel free to give us your opinion. If you like the wider version, or if you like the tighter angles that we've been doing over the last couple of games. Personally, I'm a fan of the tighter ones because I can see the jersey numbers better, but I told the guys I'd ask you guys too. Underway here in the second half. Let's see what adjustments that Greg Gaffney has made. Good ball movement here. Bailey got it to the cutter Burleson, and she draws an early foul. So just underway, and already a foul. Fouls have been a bit of a trouble spot for the Knights here today. Jalen Burleson at the free throw line as Peyton Sandifer picks up her first. Sandifer was in foul trouble yesterday against Pensacola Christian, not as much so today. Ecclesia led by as many as 11 in that first half. As they retake the lead, we've had in the last 3 minutes of game action 4 lead changes now. Eunice Balboa, top of the key. Valderrama on the wing, looking down low for Sandifer. Instead, Lowry up top. Lowry bounce passes it out to Valderrama. Valderrama backing down. Double teamed and fouled. A reach. First of a doubleheader as the Knights guys are in action against Spurgeon coming up after this one's over, scheduled for a 3 o'clock start. Here is Dixon. Valderrama from Eunice, now bounce passes it back. Balboa for 3, no good. Lowry fighting with Bailey for the rebound. Jump ball called, and the Knights are going to get another crack at it here. So, Knights still cold shooting from the floor, but doing all the little things to give themselves a chance. Lowry, Balboa against a 2-3 zone. There's Valderrama, right wing, triple try off the front of the rim. Another rebound. 4 cracks at it here. Now Lowry, the mid-range, too strong. Knights are going to get another board. Second on this sequence by Dixon. Valderrama, defender fell down. Valderrama backing down. Gets it back out. Balboa open. Off the side iron, and it goes out of bounds. Back to Ecclesia. Boy, if the Knights can hit some shots consistently. Full court press is on. No trouble for Burleson and the Royals. Dribbling left, shooting the 3 is Hamilton. Can't get it to go. Balboa. Runner by Dixon, no good. And that's going back to Ecclesia. For the Royals, second of a back-to-back like the Knights, who were in action yesterday at Randall. Ecclesia losing 73-41. Pensacola Christian took down Southwestern Adventist yesterday, 82-53. Second foul on the Knights. More free throws for the Royals. Ecclesia, this is game 5 of a 7-game road trip to start the season. They're at Manhattan Christian on Monday. Knights are going to go small now as Sandifer picks up 2 quick fouls. So here's Caitlin Quintero again. First free throw good for Burleson. Again, wearing that large brace, but I've been watching her without the basketball. She's moving very well. Got both free throws, so Ecclesia 4 points at the start of this third quarter. Caitlin Quintero into the forecourt now. Here's Balboa on the left. Lowry attacking, looking for Valderrama. That was a spacing issue more than anything. Torres comes up with the pocket pick. Bailey into the forecourt. Here is Torres. Rockets it down to Burleson. Can't score. Valderrama position. And Dufay called for the foul on the rebound. Used to be called over the back. They don't call it that anymore, but it's the same thing. I don't know why they changed it, but they did. Both teams with 2 team fouls. Lowry up top. Here is Valderrama for 3. Knew she missed it, tried to follow it. Knights doing a nice job crashing the glass. Mentioned this is a weak spot in Ecclesia's game this season. Opponents 22 offensive rebounds a game. Boy, Lowry, a lot of contact, no whistle. Valderrama blows the bunny. Knights are just cold. Everything else is going right for the Knights here this afternoon except making shots. Torres, looking for her second 3, airballed it. Burleson on the extra pass from Hamilton. And that's all Ecclesia at the start of quarter number 3. 6-0 run. Knights still haven't scored yet here in the quarter. They've had a lot of opportunities. Quintero. Balboa, top of the key. Valderrama in the lane. Ball deflected by Torres. The Venezuelan national team member gets it to Burleson. Cutter is Dufay. Now Bailey up top. Burleson for 3s, yes. So a good start to the third quarter for Ecclesia. 9 straight points, timeout. SWAU. Royals by 8. We'll step aside, come back here in just a moment. .601 left to go here in the third quarter. Ecclesia back up to an 8-point advantage after the Knights took a 1-point lead into the locker room. 9 straight points here in the quarter for the Royals. Chris Shima back here with you, the home studio in Ohio. Quintero looking for Balboa. Pass was deflected by Burleson. So Royals starting to force more turnovers. Faustina Dufay, tip pass out to Torres. Up top, Bailey from downtown, no good. Ball tipped, and Torres gonna take it away. Extra chance opportunity. Torres on the wing. Nice backdoor cut by Hamilton, and the fine. Ecclesia just like that. 11-0 run, matching their biggest lead of the game. Quintero into the forecourt. Lowry. Knight's got to get back to attacking. Daria Lowry does just that. Knight's first points of the quarter. Dufine to Burleson. Burleson hangs, can't score. Box out there by Dixon. Colmenares, Dixon. Lowry gets it right back from Quintero. Now Lowry tied up, jump ball called, and Burleson came over to help and wins the possession for her team. Trapping pressure, no trouble for Ecclesia. Quick trigger three by Burleson. Hit one earlier in the quarter, no good, and then it went out of bounds. Hit one of the bars on the top of the basket. Here is Dixon on the left wing. Lowry top of the key. Quintero pass deflected out of bounds. 4:03 to go here in the third quarter. Ecclesia by 8. Balboa, 3. Off the back rim. Colmenares, the rebound. Knights again working hard on the offensive glass, but just not hitting shots. I'll have to inbound it here. Colmenares will do so. Colmenares had a couple field goals off the bench in the first half. Lowry traveled with the basketball. Daria's been aggressive today. I mentioned yesterday she had 14 points, second most in a game in her career, had 15 against Ecclesia a season ago. Torres across midcourt, cross-court Burleson. Torres inside the arc, got it to go. Ecclesia up double figures again. Maddie Clements in the game. Quintero, Colmenares, Lowry still in, and Balboa. That's the 5 right now. Clements on the left side. Colmenares corner shot, no. Rebound Bailey. I said Lowry, I meant Dixon. Apologies. Running and gunning is Burleson. Gets it out. Quick 3 by Torres. Her second three-pointer, and this is Ecclesia's biggest lead at 13. So all the momentum the Knights took into the locker room is long gone, and they got to get it going offensively if they're going to stay in this game at this point. Fought their way back from double figures in the first half, but it's tough to do it twice. Expend a lot of energy coming from behind. Colmenares. Shot clock winding down. Colmenares bodied by Bailey. Hoisted up. Not even close. Ecclesia clamping down defensively here in this third quarter. They are outscoring the Knights 16-2. Hamilton, Dufine, down low Burleson, got her own miss, fouled on the floor. It's 3 team fouls on the Knights. And it looks like Travis Gagao running a line change. Valderrama, Sandifer, Samaniego, Tamefuna, Lowry are all in. So that's the 5 right now. Keeping bodies fresh, both teams, after back-to-backs playing last night. Lowry into the forecourt. Samaniego, Lowry. Sandifer out deep with it. Here's Valderrama on the wing. Takes it inside the lane. Got tied up, tried to force the pass, and the Royals are just clamping down, like I said, defensively. They have put the locks down in this one. Catch and shoot 3. Torres can't get it to go. Lowry again attacking. And even if, you don't have the shots falling right now, you keep attacking and get to the free throw line. Daria recognizing that. She has the lone field goal in this quarter for your Knights. Game number 4 of a 6-game homestand to start the season for the Knights. Game 3 here this week for the Knights. Game 2 in a 24-hour span. And after today, they get 18 days off. Minute 2 left to go. More subs for Greg Gaffney. Kyla Russell, in. Nadia Dickerson is in. Miles back out there. Hannah is in. And McKinney, that's the 5 right now. Again, both teams just trying to keep some fresh bodies out there as Lowry attacks again and is going right back to the free throw line. If it works, if it ain't broke. Daria Lowry, 7.7 points per ball game, 5 rebounds a game on this young season for the Knights, who are averaging just 37.7 scoring-wise as a team. Lowry is second on the team in scoring behind Eunice Balboa's 9.3 points per ball game. Nobody in double figures. Valderrama third with 7 points per game, and then everybody else is around that 2, 3, 4 point a game range or less. Lane violation, so Lowry going to get another crack at it here with 44.6 on the clock. Valderrama climbs for it. Sandifer trying to chase it down. Nice deflection by Dickerson over in the corner. And it'll be Ecclesia ball. 10-second difference, game and shot clock. McKinney, Hannah, Dickerson. Throws it right to Samaniego. Shot clock is off for the Knights. Turnaround by Valderrama. And are we going to get a tie up here? Yes. Knights will keep it with 12.8. Five seconds to go. Lowry, no. Miles with the rebound. That'll do it. Good third quarter for Ecclesia. They outscore the Knights 16-5. They take a 10-point lead into the final 10 minutes. We'll be back with quarter number 4 here in just a moment. Sorry, folks. That's my bad. We're underway here in the fourth quarter. Commentator was not ready. Ecclesia comes up empty on their opening possession. Knights get it back down to single digits, and it's been all Daria Lowry here in this second half. Attacking the hoop, keeping the Knights in the ball game. Most of the starters are back in. McKinney remains out there, but Burleson, Torres, Dufay, Bailey to start the quarter for Ecclesia. For the Knights, it's Valderrama, Samaniego, Sandifer, Lowry, and Tamefuna. So Nia in to start the fourth quarter. This is the first look at this lineup. I don't think we've seen Tamefuna, Valderrama, and Sandifer on the court all at the same time. We got a timeout. I promise to pay attention this time. We'll be back. Knights fell behind by 13 in that third quarter, but it's down to 8 again. Knights came back from double digits in the first half, took a 1-point lead into the locker room, trying to come from behind again. Here's Daria Lowry. She's going to be fouled by Torres. 9:14 remaining in the game. Krishima, glad to be back with you. First of a doubleheader. Guys game coming up at 3, I believe. Might start that early, might not. So Knights come up empty here. Burleson on the left wing. Torres. Now Bailey open from downtown. Yes. Madison Bailey's been quiet today. Coming in just 1 of 8 from downtown on the young season, but gets that one to go, and it's a big one. 41-30. Valderrama is fouled on a reach by Torres. She's racking up the personals. She's up to 3. 3 team fouls on Ecclesia here in the final quarter. That's a good sign for the Knights. Coming from behind, you want to try to get to the free throw line as often as possible. Ball fake. Samaniego is long on the 3. So Knights shooting quickly on that possession, coming up empty. Knights have got to stop settling for these long shots. It's not falling today. Keep attacking. Torres goes cross court. Bailey hit one from over there. Back to Torres. Cuts in the lane. Flip shot. No. And Samaniego going to lose it out of bounds. If you go into that corner, it's tough in that corner. Torres is a smart player. She knew it, recognized it. Here comes Eunice Balboa. Caitlin Quintero is back in. So is Layla Dixon. Good ball movement. Burleson right back to Torres. Can't get the 3. Offensive rebound, Dufay. Here is Bailey. Torres right side. Bailey left side. Torres in the lane. Puts it up, puts it in. Shot clock winding down when you're up double figures in the 4th quarter and you can use all the shot clock and get a bucket. That is icing on the cake. Balboa. Quintero, now Lowry. Knights with 4 to shoot. Lowry attacks, has it blocked by Miles. 2 on the shot clock. Knights will need to go quickly here. Ecclesia, by the way, once again matching its biggest lead of 13. Lowry going to inbound it here. Valderrama got a hoist, turnaround shot, no good. Rebound Torres. Burleson, Bailey in the lane looking for Miles down low. Miles off the deflection, the reverse is good. Bernicia Miles gives Ecclesia its biggest lead here today, 15 points. Quintero, Valderrama. Had her shot blocked by Miles. Flying in as Balboa and double dribbled. Just too many stretches where you're not scoring the basketball. Knights 7 points in this second half. That's just not going to get it done. Ecclesia went through a cold stretch in the second quarter, but they have come alive somewhat more so than the Knights here in this second half. Neither team putting on an offensive clinic, but just bigger shots by Ecclesia down the stretch so far. Still time, though, for the Knights. Royals have been turnover prone today, so if the Knights can somehow get cooking again. Balboa jumper is short. Balboa attacks, blocked but fouled. I know I sound like I'm a broken record, but every time they attack, they either score or get fouled. I'm just saying. Settling for these long shots, I don't get it. So here's Eunice Balboa. That's 14 fouls on Ecclesia, too, so still opportunities for the Knights. 1 out of 2 for Eunice. Ecclesia's done a better job against the press here in the second half, too. Catch and shoot Torres. Long rebound chased down by Dufay. Gets it to the cutter Bailey, and Bailey runs out of room. They say it was deflected by Dixon. So it'll stay with Ecclesia, 13 to shoot. Dufy turnaround bucket. She started the game strong. We haven't heard much offensively from Faustina since the first quarter, but that bucket gives Ecclesia its biggest lead now at 16 points. And they are 5:22 away from their first win of the year. Quintero intercepted by Dufy. Torres skies it down low for Miles. Might have been a bit too high, but they call a blocking foul on Dixon. First foul of the quarter on the Knights. And instead of a turnover, it stays on this side of the court. Bailey out to Torres. 9 to shoot as it's Burleson on the right wing. Nice deflection. Boy, Lowry's played a great game today as she spins and scores. She gets the big piece of chicken at the post-game meal. Daria Lowry's played great in this 24-hour stretch for the Knights. Some trapping zone right now for the Knights, and another foul called on Dixon. That's going to send Torres to the line, I believe. Knights and Spurgeon in game number 2. Three o'clock start time for that one. Dufy gets the rebound off the free throw, misses. Here's Burleson from the elbow. No. Rebound by Dixon. That pass is airmailed out of bounds. Miscommunication there for the Knights, who turn it over again. 33 turnovers against Pensacola Christian yesterday. And I don't think it's that high today, but we're approaching it. Miles attacks, blocked by Valderrama. Nice defense by Sarah. 4 minutes to go. It'll stay with Ecclesia. Maddie Clements is going to come in for Quintero. Bailey corner 3. Air ball. Lowry the rebound. She got tied up. Jump ball. Possession arrow. We'll keep it with the Royals. Hannah going to come in for Ecclesia. Bailey in the second half run hit a big 3 as she departs. Faustina Dufy. Here is Burleson, Hambleton, and the 3 is good by Hannah. Her first bucket, Taylor Hannah. Came in 1 out of 4 from 3. Ecclesia's biggest lead is 17. Valderrama to the cutter, and putting it up and in is Dixon. Again, Ecclesia doing a nice job against the press here in the second half. That was a problem spot for the Royals in the first half. Knights took the lead into the locker room. If you're just joining us, it was 23-22 at halftime. Pull up by Dufay, no good. Tipped rebound. Here comes Lowry. Lowry putting the moves on to the hoop. And Daria going back to the free throw line. She has been busy from the charity stripe. It's also 5 team fouls on Ecclesia. Foul was on Hamilton, by the way. That's her third. Lowry not even close on the second free throw. So here comes Ecclesia in control of this one. On their way to their first win of the season in this long road trip. 7-game road trip. This is game number 5 of 7. And the turnaround, Jay, is good. Nice rebound for the Royals after that 32-point defeat at Randall. I told you last year Randall was going to be back, and it looks like they are back. Good start to the season for the Saints up there in Moore, Oklahoma. Eunice Balboa at the charity stripe. Good luck to Eunice, Daria, Layla, Maddie. All of the ladies going to Florida to compete for a soccer national championship, and the men's team as well. Back-to-back seasons for the ladies. First time ever for the guys. The NCAA soccer tournament starts next week. And the Knights have both teams in it. So shout out to them. The ladies have a shot this year. They are very good. The guys are very, very young. And I think this will be a good first taste for them. But the ladies, you know, I'm expecting them. You know, last year they showed up and, you know, it was nice to be here, that kind of deal, you know. First time ever in program history. So they were happy to be there. This year, I think that women's soccer team can make some noise in that tournament. They're going to have stiff competition. Southwest region in women's soccer is not that great. The recruiting is severely lacking. So there are other regions in the country that are far better and teams coming in maybe more battle-tested, although the Knights soccer teams play a lot of JUCOs, and those are not easy games, and the women hung around. Runner in the lane is good, so again, good luck to the ladies. I'm expecting big things from them, and good luck to the guys as well. Get their feet wet. Freshman team, basically, for Tristan Olvera. Valderrama and one, as the fouls continue to pile up for Ecclesia. First foul on Dickerson. So Greg Gaffney going to the bench. Dickerson back out there. Russell has come in. McKinney, Hannah, and I'm always missing one. Hamilton, that's the 5th one, finally. Took me long enough. Shot clock down to 7 for Ecclesia. Dickerson, contested shot and air ball. Rebound controlled by Balboa. Hudson's come in. Abigail Hudson on the floor for the first time here this afternoon. Clement's out there. Valderrama. Down low, no. Balboa and also Dixon. So Valderrama cleans it up. And that'll do it. Ecclesia can dribble it out. They get their first win of the year, sending the Knights to 0-4. Ecclesia improves to 1-4 as they win today 54-42. We'll be with you for game number 2. Stick around. The Knights and Spurgeon College on the guys' side coming up at 3 o'clock. And don't forget, our next ladies' game will be on the 28th as part of a doubleheader against Manhattan Christian. Knights fall to 0-4 once again. We'll take